everyone, my name is Randy Howard, University of Wisconsin Whitewater alumni. Graduated a long time ago, back in the fall of 2018, with a major of physical education, emphasis health, human performance, and recreation, minor in athletic coaching. In this video, you will hear my testimony about my experience in Whitewater and how I led to the position I am today. Why did I choose Whitewater? It was more so me and my best friend wanted to become roommates and go through our college experience together. The thought of being alone our freshman year of college was kind of frightening. So actually our gym teacher at the time recommended we take a look at Whitewater. So we put Whitewater in the Google search and we found that the tuition was lower than any other UW system school, and what made it sweeter, they offered the major that we wanted to go into. And then the location was the biggest selling point for us. It's right in the middle of everything. If we wanted to take a trip to Madison, so maybe a 45-minute drive. Wanted to take a trip back home to Germantown, it's an hour drive. Even going to Wisconsin Dells, which we did a couple times, not a far drive. So choosing Whitewater, it was a easy choice for us. My first couple semesters at Whitewater, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. Initially, I wanted to become a gym teacher, but my social anxiety and confidence were so bad that I instantly thought about the student teaching portion of it and decided I didn't want to do the program anymore. So I ended up changing my emphasis from K through 12 to health, human performance, and recreation, with hopes of working in the background, filing paperwork or some sort while still doing it for the kids. Somewhere down the line, I figured at some point in time, I am going to have to do public speaking, whether it's in meetings, speaking to parents, or even speaking to a small group of kids. So it's something that I need to get over quickly. And that's one of many things that I love about Whitewater, because they offer so many resources for you to talk to, such as learning communities, your advisors, or even your professor. And there's one professor that I came across named Bridget Hermanson, and she gave me constant encouragement, and just being there for her to talk, or just being there for me to talk to her, really helped me a lot. And I could say her love and excitement for recreation sparked my love for the recreation department even more, and she helped me realize what my career path should be. And I know I love sports, and just as I mentioned, my love for recreation was already there, and the sports coordinator is what I wanted to do. My favorite class by far was the special event management class. And that class is not something I just looked up on Wins and decided I'm going to take. It was just a requirement for my major, and my advisor recommended it to me. And one thing that I loved about the class was the material that we learned. And I already had an event idea years prior, and I never really acted on the details or anything like that because I didn't know what to do. This class gave me all the tools that I needed to move forward with my event. And we got a project where we had to create an event and present it to the class at the end of the semester. And I figured this would be the perfect chance to use the event idea that I had years prior, and see if the class will actually like it. So I had so much fun. It was a lengthy project, should I say, but I had a fun time creating it and presenting it and getting the feedback from the class, and that would help me move forward. Which brings me to the most helpful class, which would be the entrepreneur recreational class. I probably pronounced it wrong or said it wrong, but it was a night class, and it basically taught me how to make a business plan for my event. And I actually had a fun time creating a business plan for that, like doing spreadsheets and how I would see the growth in 10 years. And to this day, right now, I'm actually still working on it, and this is going into my third year running my event. For my internship, I accepted a position in Maricopa, Arizona as the recreational assistant, where I learned about the aquatics program, the fitness area, youth sports, the enrichment program, front desk, all the ins and outs of recreation. I learned it all, and everything that I learned at Whitewater in my classes, it was cool to transition it over to hands-on experience. So I feel like it gave me so much experience, or more experience, in the recreation department. And I know we are required to have one big assignment, and one of my big assignments was being a volunteer coordinator for the 4th of July event. So initially, like, yeah, I got a big role, and I'm sitting in meetings with all the board of the city, like everyone, even police officers. So it's like how, and then it really teaches you, like in the special event management class, for example, teaching you how to market and how to recruit actual people that you need for your event. And I took what I learned from that class to recruit the volunteers needed to run the 4th of July event. And should I say, it was a really successful event, thankful to the classes at Whitewater. My postgraduate professional journey, I would describe it as being rocky, if I had to describe it in one word. The reason I say that is because I started at the YMCA as a youth instructor supervisor, and my goal was to become the youth sports coordinator. And I know I have to start at the bottom somewhere and work my way up in the company. So eventually I grew impatient with the position I was in, and I ended up quitting and became jobless for a month or two. And at that point, I needed some type of income to pay bills. So just applied for Menards as a gate attendant security, and I was doing that for 5-6 months, and still putting in applications through Indeed with my resume. And one day, the principal at Blessed Sacrament Catholic School reached out to me, wanted to bring me in for an interview for their gym teacher position. So I was like, why not? You know, it's just another job, and I feel like it'll help me grow. So I went in for the interview, and everything was going good. And she reviewed my resume again with assistant principal, and she saw that I was into sports, and she said she has an athletic director position opening. Would I be interested in looking into that? And I'm like, of course I would. And one thing led to another with her, like communicating with her bosses and superintendent. They offered me the position, and I became the new gym teacher, athletic director at Blessed Sacrament Catholic School. For my gym teacher position, I create lesson plans for grades K4 through 8th grade, and it has to meet the Wisconsin standards for gym classes. And within those lesson plans, I have to make sure that each class get the proper amount of hours per week, and any games or activities that I do, I have to make sure that they are being active, coordinating, and becoming better leaders by the end of the school year. And for my athletic director position, I supervise or lead maybe 12, 13 staff, and they help me from doing the scoreboard for home games, setting up, taking stuff down, cleaning the bleachers or admissions concessions, anything that I may need leading up to the game or on game day. I also meet with other athletic directors, and we talk about scheduling, budgeting, marketing, or any updates that the league has for us. I also host 2 tournaments so far this year. I also order equipment that our sports teams may need. And the positions I have, I love because it's so rewarding to see the kids smile with excitement, whether it's me planning the games for them or just me interacting with them like in our gym classes. So it's also the bond that I create with them that makes me love it even more. The advice should be simple. Just go to class, do your work, and graduate on time. Just kidding. If you need to talk to anyone, just utilize your resources and just know that your professors are there to talk to you, your advisors, and I would say get involved because the relationships you create over time, whether it's you playing intramural sports, club sports, or joining a Greek program, is really rewarding. So I encourage everyone that's coming into Whitewater to get involved. My experience in the Health, Human Performance, and Recreation program, I can confidently say I really loved it. And anyone that's looking into going into recreation or anything similar, I really recommend you take a look into this program. The one thing that I really loved about it was the material that we learned in each class. Because everything that we learned, you can carry on into any job that you have post-grad. And I can say it's really useful and helpful. Even the Phys of X class, I can joke with my friends and say, you have a sanitary lifestyle, and they don't know what I mean. So that's my testimony. Thanks for watching.